When I was 14, I transferred from Edison McNair Academy, Title I school, into Menlo School in Atherton. It was one of the hardest challenges in my life. As a son of Mexican immigrants, as a working class kid from East Palo Alto, I knew little to nothing about the so-called other side of the tracks. I was nervous, but excited. It was some of the best facilities and buildings I'd ever seen. Giant clocks, clean bathrooms, and teachers who, were excited to teach kids. It was a whole different world, and I wanted to be a part of it. But I faced a lot of discrimination. People made fun of me, the way I spoke. We would hang out in basketball. When I was in clubs, I felt different. I felt like I didn't belong. And for me, one of the most important things that happened was I spoke out. I began to write letters to the school and to myself about who my identity was, what I stood for, what I wanted to see different in the school. It was junior year. We were asked to write an essay for the UC applications. And I started to write for the first time about my experience growing up in East Palo Alto. Not just the bad, but the good. The people I grew up with, my friends, my family. And I felt proud of that. And I started to realize that the more I spoke out about this, the more people listened. And a lot of the same white boys who made fun of me said, I had no idea you went through that. Thank you for telling me. People I never met saying, my mom read your letter and she cried. She thought it was the best thing she ever read. And for a kid who never really thought of himself as strong or beautiful in that way, that was a really big moment for me. And it helped me break that cycle of racism that not just that I heard from other people, that I internalized for myself. And so my call and recommendation to everyone listening is take action. For me, that's why when I ran for office, it was really important that I reminded people that as young people, we have the most inspirational and most energetic voices out there, and that the future is with us. We have an ability to make that difference. And that's why in one of my first months of running for office, I saw the lack of educational resources for our kids in East Palo Alto, in Belhaven, and other parts. And more importantly, that we didn't have leadership at the top that looked like them, that looked like the parents, that looked like the kids. And so that's why I formed the ad hoc committee to diversify Sequoia. And we would put pressure on the administration respectfully and say, we need to have people who look like us at the top, at the principal and vice principal teams, at the superintendent level, at the key cabinet members. And I'm very proud to say, after just months of convening, we were able to help put the pressure for the Sequoia hire the first ever African-American woman as superintendent, Dr. Darnice Williams. And that's why I'll say that the way you make difference, the way you break the cycle, is to first understand who you are in this world, what you have to bring, and to be brave and courageous enough to take risks publicly, enough so that people can listen to you. Thank you.